We're gonna take a look at the swallow foot sweep, okay, Tsubame Gaeshi. Okay, typically it's used as a counter. We don't do this in an offensive manner. So the timing has to be there, and the scene in the match or in the randori session has to be set. Okay, so I want you to think about you doing randori and you're in a left on right position, okay, which looks like this, where your lead legs are pointed towards each other, okay? We're not gonna be in a same-sided stance where our lead legs are opposite. Our lead legs are gonna be right next to each other. Now, what happens in randori sessions is as you're trying to attack, you tend to run into that lead leg because that's usually your partner's like first line of defense. So what people will do is they'll start using dayashis and ashi waras to try to get you to move that leg or kind of cheat it back, right? If I almost sweep my partner and he kind of stumbles, the next time he comes out, that foot may be back a little bit more so it's not as vulnerable, which means I have a clear entry into my judo. So in that scenario, when we're trying to do randori, let's scoot up. When we're trying to do randori, a lot of times you'll see people just kind of like trying to sweep this front leg to get them to slide it back naturally all by themselves. But if you pay attention, you might be able to find a rhythm in which you can attack, okay? Because what a lot of people will do is when they're in this position is they'll step up and they'll sweep that leg and you're gonna go, nope, I'm not gonna move it. And then they'll do it again, just right away. So they're like, oh, I get another free attack. Maybe I'll show the referee, maybe I'll show the crowd like I'm trying to be active. But it turns into a little bit of a tell, right? Because if I know when he comes in and he tries to sweep my foot, I can start to see it. When he comes back, this is when we can hit that swallow foot sweep where I slide out of the way. I see him coming for it and I move my foot. I pull my heel up and then I can guide it past the rest of the way. The idea is here that I am not foot sweeping him, okay? I am guiding him to off balance. So when he's foot sweeping, go ahead and swing your leg for a foot sweep. When I move, his leg should just swing naturally because he's actually trying to sweep you. That's when this throw typically works. So when he comes in to sweep, he sweeps, and now look, you can see he's off balance. I would block, and now my elbow would pull down, and then I would be able to get the score, okay? So you need a commitment from your partner on the foot sweep in order to guide it past. If he does it halfway, where he sweeps and he just kind of stops, you can guide it, but typically this person will pull their leg out, and then you're right back to neutral position. You may get a stumble. He may even fall to a knee and you can turn him with your hands and get a score. But the idea behind this technique is when he comes in to sweep, we slide and we guide it past us the rest of the way. And then our arms start to go to work, okay? From this angle here, when he steps into sweep, go ahead and step into sweep. Boom, we're keeping our ground, we're keeping our ground. Now, what I'm gonna do is, as he comes in that next time, I shift my weight. I shift my weight. Go ahead and sweep. I shift my weight. Now, when he goes to sweep, my foot's light and I can pull it. My heel has to come to my butt. That way I pull and then I redirect. I shift, pull, redirect. As he's starting to sweep that leg. Okay? So that's the idea behind the technique. Let's get into some uchikomis on how we can practice.